Remember a little while ago, Netflix announced that they were going to start cracking down on password sharing? And a bunch of people got online to proclaim, this is the death of Netflix. I'm never going to watch Netflix again if you dare take away me stealing your service by sharing somebody else's passwords. How dare you? How dare you? What happened? Netflix's subscription base had the biggest growth they've had in years, which ended off the quarter with a record-shattering quarter for them. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that they were, not only did they crack down on password sharing, but then they offered options for people who were sharing passwords to give them easier ins to come in and use the service. And they got a flood of new subscriptions. So all those people yelling and screaming, no one will ever use Netflix again. Well, clearly it worked for Netflix very well. And in this streaming world we live in, it's a game of copycat. So all the other streaming services watched Netflix doing this and said, ooh, we should do that too. And Disney did announce a little while ago that they were also going to be taking steps in implementing cracking down on password sharing. Well, now it's a reality. As all the notices have been going out, I've gotten 3 separate notices, one for my Disney Plus account, one for my Hulu account, one for my ESPN account, that, Disney is starting. They are now officially starting the crackdown. This comes from the folks over at The Verge who wrote the following. The writing's been on the wall for months now, but Disney Plus is finally implementing measures to keep U.S. subscribers from sharing their passwords with people named Ray who are not paying for the service. Today, Disney Plus began sending out emails informing subscribers about new changes to its terms of service that will, among other things, make it harder for people to access the service using login credentials that aren't actually there. And they also kind of start highlighting some of the repercussions if your account is found to be sharing passwords. That you're gonna be in trouble. Like you might lose your access. You might lose your account and stuff like this. All right. Some old thoughts on this that go back to the Netflix thing. Some new thoughts on this as it pertains to Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. The old thoughts on this are, the same thing I said about the Netflix. I don't blame them. They create this service so an individual or a house can pay for the service and have access to it. When you just call up your buddies and friends and hand out your passwords that anybody can just use it, that's stealing the service. I mean, you can try to rationalize it all you want. You can try to use semantics all you want, try to dance around it, but at the end of the day, that's stealing the service.
Stealing is a harsh word. I prefer proxy subscriber.
Proxy subscriptions.
Wow. Well, play that euphemism game.
Involuntary proxy subscriptions.
Let's make this clear.
I feel that way about my taxes.
John never shared his password with me.
He just took it.
I straight stole it.
Yeah.
So.
He straight up took it.
So maybe, yeah. Let's not,
Proxy
So I mean, and look, this isn't anything new, right? This is simply when it was Netflix and now that it is Disney and Hulu and ESPN, this is simply just them enforcing what it was always supposed to be. If you want ESPN Plus, you pay for ESPN Plus. Not you and your old college roommate and your ex-girlfriend and her mom and dad who you liked more than your ex-girlfriend and whatever. Like, that's never what it was intended for. It was intended to be this. And I gotta tell you, as soon as these things went out, I started to see the same diatribe going on online. Say, well, that's it, Disney. I'm not going to use Disney Plus anymore. And hey, listen, there's lots of reasons to unsubscribe from Disney Plus, but this isn't one of them. You know, this is just if you've got Disney Plus, and this doesn't affect you if you are a subscriber. It doesn't affect you or me in the least. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. On average, it takes about 30 days for a person to break their New Year's resolution. So if saving money was on your 2024 list, your odds aren't looking that great. Luckily, I have a 100% guaranteed way to save you money this year. Just switch to Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for $15 a month. I've told you guys many times that after switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my cell bill than I used to with a major carrier. Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. All Mint plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And don't worry about having to change phones or numbers. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. So guys, to get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bills to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. So, as far as new thoughts with Disney and Hulu and stuff like that, I think this just is going to be the domino effect. And I don't think Netflix or Disney or any of these streaming services are done. I think they're going to continue to invest money into technology that will help them crack down on password sharing and all this kind of stuff. And listen, there's a lot of stuff these streaming services do that piss me off, like price increases every 5 minutes. This is one of the things that they're doing that is completely acceptable that they're doing. Anyway, Rob, you heard about this. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's a natural evolution of what should happen. I mean, we've seen, I think the worst thing in the world was the devaluation of entertainment via online. You know, it started out with music. The music industry had to deal with it, and streaming. There is a thought that, oh, if I can download a file and somebody can send it to me, it must be free. It certainly killed independent financing for low-budget movies. You know, how do you, as soon as your movie's pirated, people have no problem at all. John Schnepp, the late great John Schnepp, found that out when he made his documentary.
It nearly ruined him.
It nearly ruined him as a person. I mean, over millions of downloads from the very people that should support him. And people, I understand, I get it. But, you know, these companies are spending a great deal of money to entertain you, and they're asking relatively very little in return. And I think, I mean, Netflix, Disney, Max, I mean, I'm getting certainly enough entertainment. I mean, 1 month of their service is 2 or 3 nice top shelf not well drinks, but top shelf drinks at a bar.
Right.
You know, that's one night out. And that's the least you could do for the amount of money and the amount of entertainment they're providing, the amount of money they spend to provide you entertainment. Yep. So this makes a lot of sense. And, you know, look what you're getting. They're making these bundles more and more attractive. They're exponentially growing the kinds of access you have to programming.
They're also removing some of it.
Well, yeah,
to be fair,
that's
right?
another issue.
That's another issue altogether, yeah.
But yes, so I think this is only fair. Hey, we got when the getting was good. Now it's time to pay the piper.
Here's what I wish, though. Here's what I wish would have happened in an ideal world. Like if Netflix had taken the lead and said, we're going to be cracking down on password sharing, subscriptions went up as a result of it, and then Netflix says, hey, as a result of all these subscriptions, new subscribers going up, people stopping sharing passwords, we're going to freeze our fees. We're going to freeze the cost of our subscription service for 2 or 3 years. We
locks you in.
Right? Like you guys came through. You stopped sharing passwords. Our subscriber base went up. For the next 3 years, we're not going to raise prices on our subscription service. That, of course, did not happen.
It ain't show friends, John.
It is show business. Like
it's show business.
In an ideal world, what I would like to see is when Netflix or Disney does that, and when they see positive results saying, cool, you guys are working with us, so we're going to work with you, freezing our price increases, not forever, but for a couple of years. But you're right, that's a pipe dream. That ain't going to happen.
And okay, all jokes aside, if you're going to share, at least do it like with, you know, consideration like me. I go to that person's house and I watch there. I don't.
Well, that's not even sharing. That's just you coming to my house and watching my TV. That's fine.
And you bonus, you get food in the refrigerator too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
another thing.
I mean, that's crazy.
What I need Disney and Netflix to create is like coin opening things that people
like
put coins to open
machine.
Your fridge.
Yeah.
So every time Gray's got to put in coins.
That's
actually, wouldn't that be funny? I mean, I could see that in some dystopian movie. If you want to watch a show, you have to put coins in a box. You know, this one's
50
7
cents
quarters
for 45 minutes of viewing.
I mean, it's safe,
like a peep show.
Because look, if you think about it this
way, not that you'd know.
If you share somebody's streaming service, you've essentially streamed with every person that person streamed with, and that could get dangerous.
Like an STD, man. You should probably call the last person you were with to let them know. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.